Hi, welcome to the next lecture of ReThynk AI Unicorn series, where we talk about those ideas that has potential to become a unicorn in future. So if you are an entrepreneur, business person, bureaucrats, policymaker, then you are at the right place because today we have another very interesting idea, which is innovative solutions to transform waste into resources with the help of artificial intelligence. So far, we have covered 3 lectures in this series, and this is the 4th lecture with me. I'm Jerry Parasar, founder and director of ReThynk AI, keynote speaker, author, and researcher. So before we move on, let me tell you, these ideas have the potential to becoming a unicorn. And I'm here to present the entire, the idea from the scratch to the final stage. However, if you come across any question, then in the end, I will give you the email IDs or social media links so that you can connect with me. Okay, so let's dive into this lecture. And if you have not subscribed yet, please consider subscribing because ReThynk AI is helping you in pioneering AI future, and we make you thought leader in the field of artificial intelligence. So this is another idea which is about leveraging AI and IoT for sustainable waste management. Remember, as common people, this is just another marketing or management term for us, but for government policymakers, this is a key area to focus. So let's dive into this lecture and let's talk about why do we need it and what is the actual problem. The problem statement, why do we need to build such kind of business? Okay, or why do we need to focus on this particular idea? According to International Financial Corporation, a group of World Bank, we generate over 2 billion tons of waste annually worldwide, and this is expected to increase 70% by 2050. Imagine you are already generating 2 billion tons of waste annually worldwide, and then it's going to grow by another 70%, which is approximately 3.4 billion ton. And the harsh part is most of this, global waste end up either in our oceans, rivers, or land areas. Okay, and often if you burn, then it creates the air pollution as well. This is becoming a really a big cause for us, and it has already started impacting our life, our health, our lifestyle, okay, and everything around us. So this is, I think, this is the core area where we should come together as world community, AI community, policymakers, government, bureaucrats, to resolve this entire issue, completely. Environmental and economic challenges of improper waste management. This is not just we are generating waste, but this waste is creating more problem for us. Next, now we need for innovative solution using advanced technologies. Everyone knew about this problem, but finding the sustainable solution is really a big thing. So in this presentation, we will talk about everything from scratch to the final moment. How you can build this startup or idea, how you can collaborate with government, policymakers. Okay, what do you need in terms of technologies, in terms of making it your startup sustainable? Okay, so let's move. Every slide is really awesome this time. Idea number 1. Okay, there are so many ideas like what you can with waste. So first, let's talk about those ideas that what we can do with different type of waste, and then we will talk about why it's not happening. If it's so easy that you can just convert, waste into something productive, then why people are not doing it, and what is the challenge here? And first, we are going to talk about the ideas how we can use our waste. Then we are going to talk about the problem statement, that why this is not happening in the world, and then we are going to look into the solution. So idea 1, waste to energy conversion system. Okay. Let's say you have organic waste, which comes out in huge number from every household, whether it's middle class or lower middle class or upper class HNIs or even billionaires. Okay, so we can turn our organic waste into biogas and compost for agriculture. This will not happen like if you are an individual, a family of 4 members, and you think I can do it for my family, then it's typically really hard. Okay, we have to, it's not just the, sometime in building, when you build a business, it's not the quality of your idea that matters. It's sometimes quantity of your idea that also matter. Okay, so what we need for this, we need IoT sensors monitor organic waste composition, then AI optimize anaerobic and digestion for biogas and production. What will be our final outcome? We will have renewable energy and compost for agriculture. So what are the end benefit? We will remove just a second. Sensors are very fast this time. What are the benefits? It reduces landfill waste, okay, generates energy and support organic farming. Remember, you know, farming is agriculture is very necessary to yield enough crop for making it sustainable for poor class, middle class. However, typically in last, if we study last 20 years, we can understand that in last 20 years we have literally transformed ourselves from an you know a an economy where we are totally dependent on chemical. Okay, and chemicals are not good for our health and most importantly for the health of the earth. Okay, so this is possible that we can convert our organic waste into energy, but it's not happening as of now on a very large scale. Second idea is intelligent plastic and repurposing system, turning plastic waste into 3D printing filaments. Okay, theme. Uh, it's possible, but it's not happening. So how we can do it? We can do it with the help of IT sensors, detect and classify plastic types. And then we can optimize AI optimized processing for filament production. So our dependency will grow on, in future on 3D printing, but 3D printing filaments are mm, cost effective. Okay, it's not like you can't afford it, but to make it more sustainable, more affordable, we need something which is better than our present technology. And most importantly, most of our plastic end up in oceans. Okay, and it's a threat for the marine life, like tortoise or other fishes. It's literally hurt their ecosystem. Okay, so what if we turn this plastic into 3D printing? So AI can help us here in making these filament production. What will be the final outcome? High quality filaments for 3D printing. Okay, what are the benefits? It reduces plastic pollutions, promotes circular economy. You still think like Jaideep, but isn't this idea is complete in the end that we have 3D, we have plastic, and then we can make 3D filaments, printing filaments, and with the help of AI, then let me tell you, an this is a great idea in itself, but this is not the complete idea. Let's dive into the next AI-driven textile upcycling platform. What happens most of the time? We throw our clothes, torn out trousers, shirts, t-shirts, okay, blazers, okay, and they end up in landfills often, or often goes to burning. Okay, that's a huge waste of the resources. Or often people say that we have the lack of resources in this world, but I believe that we don't have the lack of resources. We have the lack of resource management. Okay, so what we can do, we can transform textile waste into new products. How? Let's IoT scanners analyze textile quality and material. On the basis of that, AI recommends upcycling methods like whether we can use it for new fabric or industrial use. That's totally dependent. Okay. And then we can develop a platform where we can connect the designers and industries that they have if extra textile or unused textile. So instead of throwing it directly, they can, provide to you, or you can develop a platform where you make the fabrics and you contact the designers and industry so that they can procure that that textile. Okay, it will be cost effective and you will have a proper market as well. Benefits: reduce textile waste and promotes sustainable fashion. The current fashion trend is really good, okay, and it's really very creative, but it's not sustainable. That's happening, okay. And some companies have already started trying for reusable, shoes made out of reusable material or discarded material. So that's a great idea. Another idea, three, is really great. This is my favorite idea. Okay, IoT based e-waste mining system. So what happens often after using something like mouse, laptop, a mobile phone, they become outdated because we don't get the softwares or we don't get the operating system. Okay, they become outdated, but they don't become waste. Okay, why? If you look at this is a computer monitor, another computer monitor, another computer monitor, and then you can see TVs as well. Okay, printers as well. So maybe they are unusable for you, but they have very important function to play, which is they still have the component which are reusable or which are still good to use. Every year we produce so much electronics e-waste. It's really horrible, and they often end up in our own oceans, agriculture land. What is the idea behind it? We can extract valuable material from e-waste. That's really possible. So how it will happen? IoT sensors identify components in electronics waste. AI determine efficient method for extracting rare materials. All these electronics devices have rare material in them. Even if you see, this is a simple mouse, but this simple mouse has rare materials. Okay, they are based on electronic silicon chip, and then they have different material. So what is the benefit in the end? We can reuse in electronics manufacturing, and what we can, if we are extracting this rare material, we can manufacture, and then we have benefits: reduce e-waste, recover valuable resources. Okay, so these are four ideas that we can do with our waste. But if you think this is over, no, this is the beginning. Okay, I have not joined this lecture just to present these four ideas. Trust me. Benefits of AI and IoT in waste management. Heading: why these solutions matter. First of all, they reduce environmental pollution, promote resource efficiency and circular economy, minimize operational cost for waste management, and support sustainability goal. Make economies sustainable and improve GDP growth of the countries. I'm not here to talk about one just ideas where we can think from a unique one perspective. This idea has the potential to add another 1% in the world economy, global economy, or country economy. Okay, or definitely it's going to be your unicorn. Okay, so the question is, if it's so simple, why companies or governments are not doing it at the large scale? So now let's talk about the problem statement. These earlier we had talked about we are producing, e-waste. That's the problem statement. That's the one problem statement. But this problem statement has one more problem statement, and now look into that. What are the current methods of waste management? The methods are really inefficient. Why? Because we treat all the waste, irrespective of their type or their resourcefulness. We feel landfilling. Okay, we do landfilling. Most of those municipality based waste management systems are based on basically on one idea. They take it uh, from your home or your society, and then they dump it outside the city. That's landfilling. Then burning. Burning is the real big problem. It creates air pollution. Then ocean filling. Okay, we are putting so much plastic in ocean. That's really horrible. And then we do some form of recycling, but this recycling is not that efficient. What is happening here? This is just one example. We have taken all form of waste and we have just crushed it. How can you treat all form of waste in just one way? That's not, even if you are doing it, that's is it a productive idea? Is it efficient? No, not at all. Okay, what is the reason? If you crush all the waste, then it's good for only one thing, and that's making bricks out of it, or making some concrete. That's it, nothing else. So the problem statement is, now we have the real problem statement, which is the segregation of waste, revolutionizing recycling with automation. That's the actual problem statement. This is easy to do. Government wants to do it. Bureaucrats want to do it. Media talks about it. Entrepreneurs want to do it. But the real problem is how to segregate these waste into e-waste and composite waste, and for biogas, or textile based waste, or e-waste, whatever the case may be. Okay, that's the real problem here. That's the real problem here, and we are looking for this solution as well today. These ideas have the potential. The earlier four ideas have the potential, but the real problem is this: how to segregate this waste. Because remember, when the waste come outside the city, it comes in a form of mixture where you have everything piled up. Okay, so let's dive deep into this lecture, and trust me, this is the beginning of this lecture. That's why this unicorn series is so complicated. It took me almost 2 months. There is a gap of 2 months between the last unicorn series lecture and this lecture, because you have to work a lot to understand this concept. Let me go back. To understand this concept, I used my old mobile phone. Okay, it was smartphone, and I opened it. Yes, I opened it to understand, to see the reality. Okay, I knew from my past learnings and experiences, but this time, to become sure, there is a principle in army. They first make a plan, then they check their plan, then they make a replan, then they check their replan, and then they make a backup plan. So that's how they work, and that's how I work as well. So I used my old phone and I opened it to see the reality. Okay, and this, if I have my old laptop, and it's still working fine, but it has not been used for last 6 years, probably 6 or 7 years. Then I have 2 or 3 old phones. When I left them, they were perfectly fine. Okay, there was no issue, but I left them because it was hard to find the better operating system, or it was hard to upgrade them in terms of their software capabilities. This is my recent phone. I'm using it for 2017. It's fine. Okay, there is no issue with this mobile phone, this smartphone. But the problem is, it's getting outdated now. The software's capabilities are getting better and better. So is this a waste? Not at all. But I have to discard it. Okay, so I don't want it to end up in another landfilling or burning, or polluting oceans. So let's begin this lecture now. What is an AI? So let's talk about this thing. An innovative solution to transform waste into resources with AI. Okay, and the first step is segregation. So what is the definition? And we need an integrated solution using IoT sensors and ML algorithm where we segregate the waste first. Remember that process of doing something productive from your e-waste or from your waste is the second step, but first step is segregating it. And governments and policymakers are unable to find the idea. So let's see what we can do. Core functions, real time, we need real time monitoring of waste level. Okay, automated classification of waste type, predictive scheduling for collection, and instant notification to authorities. In case if you are working with authorities, then you need, you can give notification to authorities. We will talk about business model as well. Or if you are building it as your own startup, then you can have notification for you as well. Look at this particular image in the background. This is for water filter storage, water filtration, storage, or transportation of water to the household. But to work on this particular idea, we need to have our idea up to this scale. So if you are just a startup, you want to build this startup, remember at initial stage, and this is going to be very costly in terms of infrastructure development, but later it will become sustainable for you as well. However, to if you are working on this idea at initial stage, you need angel investors or venture capitalists to bring this idea on the ground level. But this business model is really good. Okay, if you are building this business model, who can be your target audience? So the target audience can be anyone under all the countries, even in the United Nations. All countries which are member of United Nations can be part of it. And to be very frank, this idea is so good. Even the rich, developed countries can also be your target audience. And if you want to talk about within the countries, look at the scale of this particular idea. If you want to look into the within the countries or within the city, then municipal authorities and city planners can be your target audience. Waste management companies can be your target audience. Environmental and public health agencies can be your target audience. Smart city solutions providers can be your target audience. And whenever you get time, please look into other lectures of Unicorn series, where we have discussed the concept of smart traffic and smart cities. That will help you in connecting all the dots. This unicorn series is going in a certain way, where we are not just solving the real problem of the world, of the society, but we are connecting them, or we are connecting all their dots. Okay, then your target audience can be tech startups and innovators. Okay, so what are the key features of innovation? Let me go back. Innovative solutions to transform waste into resources with AI. This is really a big name. Okay, so now onward, we are going to use it just ISTWR. So what is real-time sensing? Real-time sensing is using ultrasonic sensors measures fill level continuously. Okay, whether you are doing it in just turbines, or you have built up your own system, there you can use sensors. Okay, then ML powered predictions use different models to forecast optimal collection times, and then identifying the type of waste. Then you can have automated alert and dashboard, instant notification via email, SMS, app, remote diagnostics. This model can have monitor and troubleshoot sensor remotely. And then scalable and security, modular design with robust data protection. Okay, now let's dive into so far we have discussed the problem statement and reason why we should do it. But now we will look into the actual working of this model. This is business model. Okay. So steps for building ISTWR. But before we build this, let me show you something. How we are going to talk about IoT and ML integration soon. Okay, this is the workflow of ISTWR. That's why this lecture is taking such a slow pace. Or if you want me to talk about, this is the workflow coding. Okay, and this is very depth lecture. And then this is how it actually look. But before we come to the circuit diagram, let's look into its step to build it. Remember, I am electronics graduate from 2012 batch. Okay, and And then I went into management, then I went into government services, and now I'm in business and artificial intelligence. Remember, this project took everything out of me. So if you are a beginner or if you are even an expert of your field, still I'm not expecting you to understand the whole concept in one go. So watch this lecture over and over again. However, I have tried my best to make this lecture really engaging, plus okay, easy to understand for you. Steps for implementation of ISTWR. What we need our own objectives and KPIs. We can't use, if I have to build even, okay, I can't use others' objectives and others' KPIs. You need your own objectives, your own KPIs. What are you looking into? Are you looking to find just a solution of the landfill areas, or are you are working to produce biogas, or you are looking to create something for textile fashion industry, or you want to make something in electronics field out of the e-waste? Okay, that must be your clear objective, and you must have your own KPIs. If you don't know how to build your KPIs, let us know with your business model, startup models, and I will help you in developing your KPIs. Hardware selection and startups. We need sensors, ultrasonic, weight measurement, and type of waste measurement. Okay, and then Raspberry Pi. System architecture design, we need network topology and data flow. Device installation, or on the first time when you are developing your infrastructure, you need to deploy sensors in waste beams uh, for identifying the type and measuring all those so that you can generate the right data for ML to do all the calculation. Then you need data acquisition and processing, where you can collect, clean the data, and normalize sensor data so that you can use your ML model, where on the basis of historical data or the data which you are going to use, you can train prediction based model, predictive models. Then integration and automation, where you can collect ML output to notification and provide notification system. Then you need pilot testing and deployment. Before you are going to start this project, you need development, testing, and deployment. Last but not the least, you need to work on maintenance of this whole model. But once it's developed, it's really easy to use. Let's talk about the scalability of this project or usability. When it comes to Europe, Europe has already have the infrastructure, but they need only integration. So if you are someone from Europe, you are looking to develop this idea, then you already have the infrastructure. All you need is just integration. And European countries are investing huge amount in making all these development. USA, you have infrastructure in most of the places, right? I have read a lot about United States of America, and all you need is you can start integration. While when it comes to developing countries like Asian countries, African countries, the best part about these countries is they are in the phase of infrastructure development. Okay, while they are developing infrastructure, they can integrate ISTWR at the initial stage, so it will be really cost effective for them. I believe now is the time that instead of developing new cities, we should develop smart cities, where you take the concept of AI from the very beginning. Instead of just developing a city, and you have developed a city and then you are coming up with something AI integration, and then you are trying to make it smart somehow, then it costs a lot. Let me use my pen. It's easy to develop a city, plan a city and develop a city with the integration of technology at the initial stage. However, it's really hard to build a city and then start integrating your technologies, AI, and smart concepts. If you come from a developing countries or underdeveloped, then you must remember this concept, that it's really easy to plan a city with technology, AI, and smart concept integration at the initial stage instead of doing it at the late stage. Now let's move to the next slide. So how IoT and ML integration work basically? What you need? You need sensor data for data collection. You need edge processing, and you need cloud-based analysis, and you need automated notification and feedback loop. Okay, this is the background technical work. Okay, if you are an entrepreneur, you don't know much about technology, then in that case, you can have your advisors or consultant working with you. Okay, but why we are working so many things? We are working specifically to avoid this trap. You have crushed everything. Now, what is the point of having that electronic component or that textile component? No point. Okay, so this is the workflow of ISTWR. And when I designed this particular the workflow, it became so big that it went from the left one side of the slide across to the other side of the slide. So I have broken into the phases. Okay, phase one. What is phase one? Phase one is red is phase one. This is the entire workflow. Till red, it's phase one. In yellow, phase two, and in green, phase three. So how it will work? This is the technical. So I'm not going to make you overwhelmed. So for that, I have already designed the circuit flow diagram, but I'm going to give a brief discussion about it. First is you have ultrasonic sensors to measure your waste fill level, and there you can use um, you know from there you can start your segregation process. Then you need edge device and local processing that receive and process that data. Okay, from here to here, all your segregation process work. How to do it? You can use it. You can apply sensors. Okay, based on, let's say you have a conveyor belt and your all waste are going through the conveyor belt, and then there are monitors which are totally automated. Please make this automation based, otherwise it will be a huge project for you. And these monitors are going to scan everything, and then they are going to segregate them in terms of e-waste, textile waste, or composite waste. Okay, so that will be the initial process. Here you are going to use the conveyor belt, and with the help of conveyor belt, you are going to use monitors and scanners. Then once you have the data, you can use S device to calculate the quality of the waste, whether it's e-waste, textile waste. Let's say you have textile waste, you want to work in the textile. So then still, and the textile waste also have the quality, right? Something it can be so good that you can reuse it. Something can be so bad that you can't use it for making the branded clothing. Okay, for in that case, you can repurpose it. Then you have cloud servers. What cloud servers are going to do? Cloud servers are going to process your data. Okay, and here your ML is going to work. Remember, here just we are monitoring the quality. Okay, and then we are doing those calculations. Then we have cloud servers. This in this device, in last lecture when we talked about the edge device, where you are going to calculate all your data and the processing of data at the source itself. But here you need both edge device and cloud servers. Once you are done with the cloud servers of your ML processing, then you can send the notification to municipal authorities and users if you are working with someone. However, if you are building it as a startup, then you can do it on your own. Then you can have feedback loop, where you can have a proper monitor system, a dashboard system, where you can provide the details to authorities. Then feedback loop, with feedback loop you can have system update iteration process, where you can, let's say, out of all the waste you have segregated your textile waste, then you can reuse it, or you can reuse the system to segregate the textile waste on the basis of the quality: bare minimum quality, moderate quality, extreme quality, totally fine. Okay, so then you can reuse the entire workflow to identify the quality. And then last you need Raspberry, where you can apply new cycles, new settings, and you can repeat this entire cycle. So this is the workflow. I'm not expecting you to get it in the one go, because it's use. That's why we have circuit diagram. But if you want to try, listen, I still believe in making all my workflow diagram with my pen and paper. Okay, I have done it many times and I can do it again. Okay, but for you, if you want to try, this is the code. You can, I will drop this code in the description. Okay, you can copy this code and then you can design this code with this workflow diagram. Okay, on your own monitor screen as well. Okay, so this is a coding workflow. Here you will get the exact workflow, including ultrasonic sensor, Raspberry Pi as devices, cloud server, notification, municipal interference, dashboard system, everything will come crystal clear in front of your screen. Okay, I will provide the details in the description. I will ask the team to provide the detail in the description. Let's go into the next, where let's talk about the circuit diagram. What is the circuit diagram? The first phase is your waste field area, where you are going to use uh, there's the first place where you are going to store all your waste. Okay, from first stage, the waste collection, to the second stage, which is your edge device. Here you are going to use your conveyor belts with proper monitors and screen scanning for segregating the data. Remember, if you have chemical waste and um, waste coming from hospitals, right? Then these kind of waste need safe disposal as well. If let's say different type of syringe, expired medicines come out in waste, then out of step between first and two, you have to use the proper methods and process to dispose the chemical waste and medical waste in a safe way. Okay, so here you have segregated all your waste. Then at the second stage, you are going to use as devices, as computing, where you are going to calculate the entire data. Okay, then you can have third step where you are going to use your data storage, ML processing. Okay, the fourth step is send alert to authorities. If you are the authorities, you are part of the authorities, then you can have notification for you as well, or you can send it to the authorities. Then you can have, here you are going to have your monitors, dashboard monitors to, this is till this process, this is all on automated. Here you will have your first human intervention as management or authorities. Okay, ideally, if you have to make your business sustainable, you must use as much automation as possible. The sixth step, here you are going to use your system update and iteration process, that whether we have to, repeat the process. Like you have identified your textile waste, now you need to segregate it on the basis of quality as well. So here you are going to have your system update. And the seventh step is, do you need to apply new settings, or do you need to, uh, improve your algorithms or machine learning? If yes, then here you are going to take your loop back. So let me go back and let me show you. This is the line which start from Raspberry Pi, and it will go straight to cycle continuous to the Raspberry Pi in the end. If you look from this particular diagram, I know it's not much clear, but here you are following your workflow process, and at the end you have another loop to come back. Okay, it's like taking feedback in the loop. Okay, so this is the whole circuit, and if need, you can take the feedback, the loop feedback into the loop, and you can repeat it. Once you get the data, once you get the complete segregated waste based on not only on the type but on the quality as well, then you can go for your idea implementation, which we have already discussed, like idea 1, idea 2, idea 3, or idea 4. Okay, or you can build a startup where you just, you just develop your own startup. You just segregate the waste, and then you segregate on the basis of quality, and you sell it. Okay, that's this concept has unlimited possibilities. Okay, now let's go into what are the do's and don't of this idea. One, calibrate sensors regularly. What are the do's? Then secure data transmission and storage. Third, update ML models periodically. Okay, keep repeating it. Keep improving them. Next, engage with stakeholders for feedback. Okay, if you are working with authorities, municipalities, listen. Often, I would like to add here. Often, media or social media or people have on negative opinion about authorities. Okay, but they have their own responsibilities and rule and regulations to follow, and then they have their own stakeholders. They are responsible, and they have to give replies to governments and judiciary in case if required, so they follow their own rules and regulations. So what are the don'ts? Ignore don'ts. Ignore environmental condition for sensor placement. Okay, don't ignore place environmental conditions for sensor placement. Then overcomplicate the system unnecessarily. Don't overcomplicate it. Remember, use your first human intervention at the fifth stage, not at the first stage. Then don't neglect data privacy and security. However, there is not such a big issue in terms of data privacy and security. Then skip pilot testing before full deployment. Please don't jump into full deployment before skipping the testing. Okay. Next, pricing and strategy. What should be the pricing model? You should have both flexible and scalable pricing. One, you can have tier-based pricing options, basic, standard, advanced. Then subscription model, you can provide monthly or annual fee for platform access. Let's say someone wants to use your dashboards or your system, or municipal authorities want to collaborate with you where you are going to provide them the data. Then you can have one-time setup fee if you are doing for some industries or some companies. Then maintenance and support contracts. You can provide ongoing support and system updates. Remember, every particular thing out of this model is sellable. Okay, and then you can have a custom reporting and advanced data insights. Everything is sellable in this idea, and that's really remarkable. Then ethical considerations. I don't feel there is such ethical consideration will come out because we are working in the waste directly. Waste doesn't have any emotion. Okay. And in the end, we are improving the society, we are improving the country, and we are improving the entire earth. So there will be no issue. However, from policy perspective, I have already mentioned. Next, let's talk about sustainability, how it's help us. It will make our cities green and efficient. Then environmental impact, it's going to reduce fuel consumption and emissions. Okay. Then economical, efficiency. It will be cost savings through optimized routing and resource management. Remember, you are putting your e-waste into oceans. You are putting your textile waste into landfills, and then you are burning. Okay, it will have so much social impact and economical impact. And then you reusing them. Okay, so it will add up to the sustainable concept of the governments. Then social impact, it will improve public health and urban sanitary. And the better word is it will make society even more civic. Then technological, upgradable, modular design, adaptable to future advancement. On this concept, you can empower the society. Okay, and you can make your entire city sustainable. Long-term support, continuous updates, and stakeholders training that you can provide. So this is not just an idea. This is idea out of idea out of idea. What is the next? What solutions you are offering in the end? Okay. So let's do some recap of the intelligent waste management system benefit. Okay, it will have impact on operational efficiency, environmental, sustainable, public health, financial. You can make product affordable. You can help even in providing the best of the best facilities to the people below poverty line. future outlook with proper integration, you can build smart cities initiatives. Okay, I am totally open for your ideas. If you have, I have provided you the complete details, including the coding. If you have questions, you are authorities, you are municipal authorities, you are policymakers of your countries, you want to talk about this idea, you want to discuss it with me personally, or if you have any question, I'm already open for discussion. Remember, uh, if you don't go for discussion, then all your discussion, all your brainstorming is not complete. So I'm already here for you. So what is the conclusion? Please make your city sustainable. It's time to not only just to build new language model, but to integrate IoT and ML to revolutionize the smart cities. And I have already shown it in the last where we have discussed the traffic management. Please go back and watch that video. I will provide the link in the comment as well. So if we can do this for traffic management, which we have already discussed, then we can do it for innovative solution for waste management as well. And then you can enhance urban mobility and you can reduce uh, you know, uh, air pollution congestion or environmental congestion. Okay, and then you can pave the way for the sustainable smart cities. I hope I have already discussed that as well. You can watch it if you have not done that. So in one last lecture, I've talked about the traffic management. Okay, now I'm talking about we can do the same for waste management. I have already provided you the solution that we are offering here. I'm not in the development of these models as of now. We are just we are a research company, innovation and research company, where we come up with the ideas with artificial intelligence, where we can solve the real problem of the world. But if required one day, then I will definitely work on this idea. Okay, so hope you have got the so far the complete package where we have just talked about the waste management. In earlier we have talked about traffic management, and then we had also talked about smart cities. And you can make your cities not just cities but smart cities. Okay, with this, this lecture has been provided by ReThynk AI. ReThynk AI is an artificial intelligence company where we focus on research, innovation, and development. And this lecture has been presented by me, Jaideep Parasar. I'm founding member director of ReThynk AI. Okay, and please consider subscribing. That's when you subscribe, that's give us the insights via the help of YouTube. I can make these lectures paid as well, but to make sure everyone get the quality education, I provide these via YouTube. Okay, it's like quality education in an affordable manner. Okay, this lecture has been researched and prepared by ReThynk AI. This slide has been designed by Vista Liberata. They are our marketing partner, presented by me, Jaideep Parasar. If you have any question, you can reach out to me. We already have provided all the contact details in the comment sections if we provide it, or you can reach out to me via social media. And till we come up with the next lecture of Unicorn series, take care, have your greatest success. And if you have any idea, you can share with me. I'm waiting for your questions in the comment section. Thank you so much. Take care of yourself.